What's up, guys? It's Big Kitty. Face reveal and all. Tell me I'm looking sexy. Not really, but you know, it's whatever. But yeah, I don't really know how I'm gonna do this video, so I'm just gonna kind of wing it. But as a lot of you probably know, the NFL draft took place yesterday. Well, it started yesterday, and then we're here today. And I'm a big Pittsburgh Steelers fan. You know, we didn't have a pick yesterday because we traded it for Minkah, which in all honesty probably was the best thing that they could have done with that pick. Because the Steelers don't know how to freaking draft, apparently. So we had 2 picks today. Thought we had 3, but I guess we must have traded one away, or we just only had 2 to begin with. But yeah, so get to the second round, and J.K. Dobbins is available. Steelers probably need a running back. James Conner can't stay on the field. He's always injured. Dude fumbles the ball probably more than freaking Lamar Jackson and Madden, apparently, because you just sneeze on that guy. So freaking mad at Madden right now, too. I've cooled down a little bit since then, but I've been pretty jacked. I'm trying to keep it PG here because, you know I got little kids that watch the channel. Bryce, yeah. But yeah, so Steelers are up. J.K. Dobbins is available. Thought it was like the for sure bang pick, you know. Give us Dobbins. That's what most of the fans wanted. We didn't take Dobbins. Oh my god. We took a wide receiver from Notre Dame, like Chase Carpool. I think that's his last name. Chase Carpool. Notre Dame. Notre Dame. There's a reason why Notre Dame isn't in a conference. That's because they know that they're not good enough to play in a conference. Now, I said about them not being able to play anybody or whatever, and some guy on Twitter was like, you know, he did pretty good against Georgia, and he did pretty good against Navy. Just like, Navy? Come on now, like, they were decent last year. They still weren't that good. And Georgia, they freaking lost to South Carolina. And plus, even though he had like a decent game against Georgia or whatever, they still got freaking demolished, I'm pretty sure. I was like, okay. So we're getting statistical now. So, the biggest game that I saw was against Michigan. Notre Dame got hammered by Michigan this year as well. Chase Carpool had 2 catches for 42 yards against Michigan's defense. Michigan wasn't even that good last year. Oh, okay. Yeah, so you want to say that this dude's a big-bodied guy, built like Calvin Johnson, has the same speed around Calvin Johnson. But from what I saw, dude can't create any separation. He doesn't look that fast on the field. Like, yeah, he ran like a 4.45, 4.42, something like that. He just does not look fast on the field. He looks like a tight end. And still don't need a tight end. We literally just signed Eric Ebron. The dude's, he's one of the better tight ends in the NFL. Oh my god, I can't believe this team does this to me every freaking year. Oh my god. But yeah, this dude. Oh my god. Plus, we have Juju, we have Deontay Johnson, we have James Washington. Those 3 are all pretty solid receivers. Juju, he didn't have the best year last year, but Ben was out, and he had like 2. I probably could have went out there and threw a football better than freaking Mason Rudolph and Duck. Oh my god. Oh my god. But anyways, you could honestly say the same thing with Deontay Johnson and James Washington last year. Like, last year was Johnson's first year in the NFL. I thought he looked pretty good, to be honest. He kind of reminded me of Antonio Brown on the field. Off the field, please don't ever be like that. Oh my god. James Washington, he showed a lot of flashes of being pretty good. He definitely improved from his rookie year. Like, I thought that they were just going to go in with those 3, and then they signed a Saeed Blackno, Penn State guy. Dude was pretty good. We still have Switzer, which, like, nobody cares about. And then we had Deon Cain. Deon Cain's a big-bodied guy, too. He's probably getting cut. Imagine. But I just felt like wide receiver wasn't really a need for this team. But, Pittsburgh does Pittsburgh, Like the same year, like 2 years ago, Lamar Jackson, that was probably the most talked about guy in the draft. Well, yeah, probably just because nobody really knew where he was going to go or what round. He was there for Pittsburgh to take, and I was like, oh my god, like, let's go get Lamar Jackson, quarterback of the future, We took Terrell freaking Edmonds. He's not very good. He's not. He's probably the worst player on their defense, to be honest. I mean, he got a lot better this past year, but he needs to improve on his tackling a lot better, and he needs to do a little bit better in zone coverage. I don't know. We'll see how he does next year. If he sucks next year, I guess we're taking a safety in the draft next year. Whoop-de-friggin-do. But yeah, we passed up on Lamar Jackson. Went to the Ravens. Lamar Jackson wins MVP last year. Ben Roethlisberger's never won MVP. One of the best quarterbacks of all time. I mean, I'll admit it. He's not my favorite quarterback, but he's my quarterback. I'm not mad to have him, I guess. I mean, he definitely is getting old, which I'll get there in a couple minutes, however long it takes me to get over this. But, yeah, goes the Ravens. We don't take J.K. Dobbins today. Really wanted J.K. Dobbins. He would have been pretty good in Pittsburgh. Guess where he goes? Baltimore. So we get to play him too. Ravens take every player I want. I swear. Every year. It's pretty sad. Pretty sad. I feel like they honestly just do it on purpose. They just like, Pittsburgh sucks. And then just do that crap. To those of you that say that like it was a good pick, like, I can see it in some ways, but at the same time, we really needed a running back. I would have even taken an offensive lineman over a wide receiver, to be completely honest with you. Once Michael Pittman was gone, I was like, okay, we can't take a receiver now. That would have been the only receiver I was content with. Once DeAndre Swift and Jonathan Taylor went, I was getting a little nervous, thinking that like the Rams or something, or the Patriots, Seahawks, I don't know. I didn't really think that those teams would, but I just felt like just to piss me off that they would have. But no, they didn't. J.K. Dobbins was right there. I thought for sure that they were going to pick him. They picked so freaking fast, too. Like, literally the pick before that, it went, the Seahawks pick or whatever. I forget who they even took. And then it went to Pittsburgh and it said the pick was in. And I was like, holy shit, like, they already picked. I was like, it's gotta for sure be J.K. Dobbins. Like, that's the only, like, bang player that I could see them taking. But no, let's take Chase Claypool. Yeah, he had 13 touchdowns. That's really the only thing on his stats that really, like, stand out. He had a little over 1,000 yards and, like, I don't even remember how many catches, but oh my god, I'm not happy with this at all. I was so mad. I wanted to do a live reaction to this, and I'm glad I didn't, because I probably would have threw my phone out the window. Like, honestly, I mean, I've slammed a lot of things tonight. I've just been really angry since that happened. Very angry. But then I got over it a little bit, okay? I got over it a little bit. I mean, if this guy is good, good for the Steelers, but I just don't foresee it. I mean, they do draft receivers very well. That's another thing, too. If they draft receivers so well, what's wrong with the 3 that we already have? I mean, we literally drafted them back-to-back years. Like, if there's something wrong with them, then how are they so good at drafting wide receivers? Like, they draft a wide receiver every freaking year, and I mean, we really only have, like, those 3 that we actually drafted. Blacknell's a free agent. Switzer was a trade. And Deion Kane was a trade too. Wow. Okay, whatever. Oh my god. I swear, Connor's gonna come in next season. He's gonna play his heart out the first 2 years. Which, by the way, I don't hate Connor. I enjoy his story. I love that he beat cancer. He's a Pitt guy, which, like, I'm a Penn State guy, but I mean, I was still rooting for him. I like the guy. He's not a star running back in the NFL, though. I mean, he was a Pro Bowler last year, yes, but Steelers also have one of the better offensive lines in the NFL. I mean, D'Angelo Williams at, like, 35 was almost a pro. I mean, he probably would have been a Pro Bowler if he didn't get hurt. But yeah, I don't think it's that hard to be a good running back on the Steelers. A dude just fumbles and gets hurt way too much. I mean, last year with the 49ers, Juju also fumbles a lot in clutch situations. I don't know why. I still think Juju, I don't know. I don't know if this pick just signifies that they don't have faith in Juju anymore because his contract's going to be up after this year. But, I mean, I guess this is his year. We'll figure it out. But even then, I still feel like we could have gotten a much better receiver next year than the one that we drafted, especially since we could have took Dobbins. That would have taken care of the Connor contract. And then if Juju doesn't pan out, then, let him go. And then we sign TJ Watt long term. Which, I feel like that should be their number one priority next year anyways. The year after that, Minka. We're going to have to get a quarterback at some point too, which gets me to my next point. Why the are we drafting linebackers? We do that every freaking year too. Do you guys not know that we have TJ Watt and Bud Dupree on the same team? Both of them were freaking monsters last year. Bud Dupree had a better year than Von Miller last year. You don't believe me? Look it up. I didn't believe it at first either. But it's true. And TJ Watt was in conversation with Defensive Player of the Year with Minka. So, I mean, what was the point of that? Especially since we have a Denny. And then we have, I don't even remember who else we had. We had Sutton Smith. I don't know if he's still on the team. I mean, I thought that he was going to be pretty solid, but they didn't really even give the guy a friggin' chance. But, what was the point of that pick? We always have so much depth at linebacker that the pick just felt so stupid. Especially whenever, I wouldn't even be mad if we took an offensive lineman at that point. I mean, at first I said I would have been mad if we took a lineman over JK, but boy, was I pissed whenever we took a much wide receiver over him. But, it's cool, it's cool. Oh my god, no, it's not cool at all, but whatever. Whatever, man. But that linebacker pick just feels so dumb. What was the point? We could have gotten a lineman. We could have possibly even gotten a defensive tackle. I know that might be, the only defensive position that we need. Okay, let's not take it, okay. Possibly a younger lineman. Nope. Whatever. Maybe a running back. Nah. But, oh my god, I know that they're in win now mode. I don't think they're gonna be able to win the Super Bowl. I mean, I know that that's really bad to say because they're my favorite team, and I feel like I'm going to get roasted, especially if, other Steeler fans come and see it. I feel like they're going to have disagreements. Maybe some agree with me, but I just want you to see my point, that's all. Oh my god. If they're in win now mode, how does Chase Claypool help us win now? That's all I'm saying. Benny Snell potentially could override James Conner, but I just feel like Benny Snell's too slow. He was averaging a little over 2 yards a carry, I feel like, but he fell down a lot and just didn't have the breakaway speed. And then Jalen Samuels primarily just a catching back. And then there's James Conner, who as soon as he gets touched, he gets hurt. Oh my god. And then the linebacker, once I got over the wide receiver pick a little bit, they went and did that. Which, I understand, they could potentially take Jake from Lamar. I don't think they're going to take a quarterback this year. Win now mode. I don't think they're winning the North. I think they will make the playoffs. I don't think they're going to win the North. I think the Ravens will win that. I mean, I know there's some people that say, we hung with them last year with Rudolph, which we did. But if you look at the second game, they played all their backups. We had all of our starters in, except for Ben, obviously, and they crushed us. They obviously figured something out, or we just didn't come mentally prepared to play. I don't know. Because that game, I mean, we needed to win that game, and what was it? Titans had to lose, which, Titans dominated, but it just didn't seem like there was any heart out there at all. People have been saying for years, like, just gotta believe in Tomlin, gotta believe in Ben. We haven't been to the Super Bowl since 2011, where we lost to the Packers. It was a very heartbreaking loss. Rashard Mendenhall, I still hate you for that. Smacked my head so many times, I slammed so many controllers, slammed my hands a couple times, I was told to calm down a couple times. So stupid. They make me mad at the draft every year. Last year was a good draft where we traded up for Devin Bush. Good pick. Good pick. TJ Watt, good pick. Second round, we got Juju. Later rounds, Johnson. I think Washington was a second rounder. I don't know. I feel like they do better in the later rounds than they do in the first round anyways, but they didn't even have a first round pick, so the second round pick, they were like, you know what? We're going to make you mad this year with that pick. Then the third round pick was just stupid. Oh my god. The only way how I could see this linebacker pick is if he comes out and he's pretty good and then they just let Bud walk next year, but I don't know. I really don't know. I still don't think... I don't know. I feel like they didn't have the dumbest pick in that round. I still don't understand the Eagles and Hurts situation at all. I feel like if you let Hurts develop, he'd be a solid NFL quarterback. Especially if you gave him decent weapons, but Carson Wentz is a thing, I guess we forgot that we had Bud Dupree and TJ Watt. That we have Juju, Johnson, and Washington. Eagles forgot they had Carson Wentz. It's like, whatever, Carson Wentz gets hurt a lot too, but, that's your franchise quarterback, and it hurts. They're both still really young. The only way how I can see that really panning out is if they were able to get, a good trade offer for Hurts, if he came out and played good in the preseason, or if they're just done with Wentz, which I'd rather have Wentz over Hurts, no matter how bad Wentz's injury history is, but whatever, I guess. I feel like we always do pretty bad in the draft. Oh my god. Like I said, I still think we'll make the playoffs. But you got Kansas City, Buffalo, Houston, Tennessee, Baltimore. Maybe even the Browns and Bengals decide they want to do something this year. I don't know. I feel like with the Bengals, they're either going to be pretty good or pretty bad. Well, I don't think they'll be pretty bad. I feel like, I don't know. It depends on how Burrow does. There's a lot of scary defenses in the North. God. I don't really know where else to go with this. I feel like I got my rant out. Steelers do it to me every year. Piss me off every year at the draft. At least whenever they picked Edmonds, they had Shazier do the pick for us. So then, I wouldn't be as mad because it was nice to see him up and walking. This year, Goodell did it. Don't like Goodell. As of this moment, I don't like Chase Claypool. Maybe he comes out and he does good. Who knows? If he comes out and does good, hey, I'll say I was wrong about him. It's usually what I do. Players that do that. I don't know if you can hear the upstairs. My freaking brothers are animals. It's currently 2 in the morning. Whatever. But yeah, if you're a football fan, you want to see other sports videos like this, I could do live, pretty much streams. We could do Q&As with sports or just life in general, whatever you guys want to do. I'm trying to build up on the subscribers. We got the 13, trying to get the 20. I'm planning on seeing maybe for each milestone, I don't know what I would do for milestones. Maybe do I don't know, maybe giveaways. I don't know. So yeah, I mean, I don't really have much to give away. I'm kind of broke. But yeah. If you want to see any videos like this, any different kind of videos, we've come up with some ideas that we haven't really explained yet. I don't know how we're going to make it work, but yeah. I don't know. It deals with music, that's all I have to say. We might get into some different stuff, I don't know yet. Probably whenever the weather gets nicer. I'm still kind of new to this YouTube thing. I know the quality of this isn't that great, but I'm doing this. I mean, there's not a whole lot of light on. Just kind of rambling and rambling on, but yeah, whatever. But yeah, if you're into sports, you're into football, like you think your favorite team did good or did bad, let me know down in the comments. We can chat. If you're a Steeler fan, please don't hate me for my opinion, or if you like my opinion, I'm willing to listen to different opinions. Like, if you think the dude's gonna be a beast and stuff, just tell me why. But yeah, if you're new, drop a like. You can subscribe if you want to. Leave a comment. I always like reading some comments, whether they're making fun of me or you just want to talk about anything. I don't really care. But yeah, I'm surprised this went on for over 20 minutes. It's pretty solid. But anyways, catch you guys later. Big Kitty out.